Good Sunday evening, and happy getting into the end of the day, but happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. We had a good day and spent it most of the day at my mom's house, and went up to my wife's mom's and enjoyed that. My dad had went out and to one of the local supermarkets and got some fried chicken and one of those big sandwich platters. And my brother, of course, I didn't know he was going to do it, but we didn't take anything to eat. But no, we did. We took some sweet tea, 2 gallons of sweet tea. So we didn't come totally empty-handed. But my brother just decided on a spur of the moment to bring some barbecue too, which from in town, and it was good. So we had a good visit out there and had a good time. Tonight, I'm smoking another blend that Hoss gave me yesterday while I was at Governor's. Hoss, aka his screen name, and his real name is Cameron Myers. A lot of y'all have already subbed him, and it's one he wanted me to try. This is a Deadwood tobacco company from Deadwood, South Dakota, and I'm going to probably chew this up. But it is PAHA SAPA, or PAHA, PAHA, PAHA SAPA. And PAHA SAPA is this is an Indian name, and I think of Cheyenne descent. I'm a Cheyenne origination, and I think it means Black Hills of South Dakota. I think that's what I read on it. But PAHA SAPA blend is chocolate cream blended with rich dark mocha, Cavendish, and amaretto. So I've had a bowl of it last night. Enjoyed it, and many good blends from Deadwood. I'm looking on their website now. Got a lot of good sticks. This is where the Sweet Jane cigar came from that Smoking Grandpa Bones sent, and it's an excellent. And I'm not much on sweet tasting sticks, but this one was an exception to the rule, and I did in fact enjoy it very much. So yeah, they've got a lot of good custom blended tobacco. Peter's Blend, mild aromatic touch of cherry. Joe's Even Campfire, aromatic burley with some black Cavendish and a dash of Latakia. The PAHA SAPA Blend 18 is a sweet vanilla champagne blend. Rally Blend, Deadwood Gold, Bobby's Blend. It's got Latakia and Perique. Sweet Jane, which I've got some of that also, that Smoking Grandpa Bones sent. And it says mellow blend with hints of coffee and chocolate. It's designed after the Sweet Jane cigar, and I like a bowl of that Sweet Jane Bones. I enjoy that in the morning. I have really enjoyed that. So let's get this lit up. This is what it looks like in the. And we're gonna get her fired up here. You know, you always get that rise, that initial rise in your tobacco when you on the first fire up there, or the char light. I'm smoking this in my little HIS pipe, HIS, that came from Bayou Tobacco in Baton Rouge. And I'm going to tell y'all, I've seen these pipes around. You know, they're priced in the $40 to $60 range. This is for the money. It's hard to beat this little pipe. I've said this before. The only mistake with this pipe, or that I don't like about it, is they had a black one identical to this one, and I wished I'd have bought both of them. They were that good of smokers. But later tonight, I'm going to finish off the night with a stick with a Gurkha Centuron. This is a double shoot. Anyway, I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm getting that blank stare that my favorite follower, lurker, says I have from time to time. Now I'm getting that blank thought in the. But I've never, I've smoked several Gurkhas. I've never smoked the Centurion before, and looking forward to it. This came with a bundle deal that I won on cigarbids.com with the humidor the other day, and I gave my stepson the other humidor today, so I do have 3. Someone said you're up to, I think, 4 now. Well, yeah, I gave one away, but I've got 3, and I've got a little playing room for when I want to buy in bulk or buy. So yeah, and I'm I wish now I'd have just went ahead and bought a bigger one, and that's the next. If I do any expansion, I probably won't buy another desktop. I'll go ahead and just buy a big one, something that'll hold a couple hundred sticks on the next one. But and then sell these or whatever, or hang on to them, whatever, gift them or do something with them. Two of these were gifts to me, so, well, one of them was, so I won't ever get rid of that one, because it has something gifted to me, it has a sentimental value. But you can definitely taste the chocolate in this. Maybe some aromatic. Amaretto, I'm sorry. But the chocolate cream is there. And I'm getting the hints of amaretto. I tell you, the best amaretto blend that I've ever had has been Peterson's Sunset Breeze. And it smells like amaretto, and it tastes like amaretto, and that's the description on it. And it's one of the few that's real similar to the McClellans. Now McClellans, if they say it tastes like something, it does. And that's what Friday and I were talking about the other day. With that Melomac, it's supposed to be honey and walnuts, and it's honey and walnuts. And the Peterson Sunset Breeze is that way too. But I like this blend here. This would be worth keeping. Double Perfecto. That's what I'm trying to say. And it's got a no, I don't have a. Never mind. But Gurkha has so many different lines. So many different sticks. It's hard to keep up with. But so far, I don't know their name. Not their name, but I just always associated them with flavored cigars. So their appeal to me was nil until it clicked. No, that they're not all nowhere near all of them are flavored, and they're decent little cigars. But they've expanded where they're just so involved in everything, just kind of. But tomorrow I'm gonna go get fitted for my tux for the wedding. I don't use a tux enough to justify buying one, so I'm gonna be fitted and rent one for my son's wedding. Now my son Their social activities are such in the New Orleans area where it justifies him owning a couple of them, and they use them. But here we just don't, no more than I use them. There are some black tie events, but sports coats in a tie or a suit and a tie is fine. We just don't have a lot of situations that come up that, matter of fact, very few ties or occasions where you need a jacket and a tie. I tell you, people, the last wedding I went to up here in our area, and there were people that didn't wear a suit. The last funeral, I think we talked about this before, the last funeral I went to, I was the only guy there that I had a sports coat and a pair of slacks on, kind of a, well, I had a pair of charcoal gray slacks and a blue sports coat, blue blazer, tie, and I get there and I'm the only guy besides the Undertaker that had a suit on. People have just, and it's like I was talking to my half brother in Jackson, Mississippi. We weren't raised that way. I mean, I don't know what society, there are things you should dress for, weddings and funerals being two of them. But society has changed. As Andy Griffith told Ain't Being Open one time, a little gracious living does everybody good once in a while, Of course, that's not, gracious living going to a funeral is not, I'm not trying to intertwine that, but a little gracious living, as Andy said, helps and goes a long way. So we'll go get that done tomorrow and making preparations to do the wedding thing. I see where Guy just, we hadn't heard from him since the wedding. I'm eagerly waiting his video. His daughter got married last night, Saturday. Eagerly awaiting his reviews on that. He's been real busy, hadn't made as many videos as of late, but he made one Friday night about the rehearsal, and I got tickled. He got tickled in doing his video. He was in a lighthearted mood, and good to see him that way. He enjoyed himself at the rehearsal dinner, and very good video. Good to see him. Good to see him in a lighthearted mood. So y'all watch this last one. You'll get a kick out of it. But from a good rain here today. I mean, a good rain. Of course, my dad, his beans, he said, I said, well, we'll probably need one of these all-nighters. And he was quick to say, no. He said, my beans are going to wash away if I would get much more of this. And he and I had looked at it yesterday when I was parking the food trailer out there by his garden area where I park it. And it's pretty damp out there. But he's got some bunch of speckled butter beans planted in. Couple of rows of tomatoes, and most of his peppers and his tomatoes and squash and cucumbers he's put in planters. Because Dad just turned 77 May 1st, and he put them in higher planters where he don't have to really bend over way down and work on them. He can kind of stand there. He's got a lot of potting soil in them. Bend over a little bit, and he can tend his tomatoes and stuff. But he's got a pretty good little area of speckled butter beans. And they look good. His tomatoes look good. Pepper plants, squash looks good. He don't have a ton of cucumbers, but he's got a few. I need, and before I mess around way too late, to plant Emily a couple of little whiskey barrels of cucumbers. She loves raw cucumbers, and let her grow her some this year. But this is smoking good. And this pipe is an awesome pipe too. Like I said, this is trying to go down through the rotation, down the line in the pipe rack. And this was next in line. But anyhow, we're at that 15-minute mark. I'm gonna wrap this up, get it downloaded, and watch a few videos and make some comments on some that I'm behind on. Y'all take care. Have a good one, and God bless y'all.